What role can interventions play in supporting children's development in the 3 to 5 age group? And what recommendations do you have for interventions with this age group?
Yeah, I'll take this one, Catherine. So intervention should build on the rich stimulation that we want to afford our babies. And so during the preschool years, intervention should focus on enhancing children's self-regulation. Children who are able to avoid getting overly upset or excited or distracted, or who can stop themselves when they do start getting overly excited, are going to be more able to perform well in school, get along with other children, get along with adults, and be successful in school and life. The brain science tells us there are two components to self-regulation that we want to enhance. First is emotion regulation. This is self-control. This is the stop function when we get out of control. We need to teach our 3 and 4-year-old children the difference between what they feel and what they do. It's okay to have feelings of sadness or even anger. It's not okay to break a window, right? All feelings are okay, but not all behaviors are okay. We want to teach children to identify emotions in themselves and in others so that they can gain control over them. We want to teach them the difference between feeling sad and feeling mad. 3 and 4-year-old children have a lot of difficulty doing this. They have difficulty recognizing in others whether others are sad or mad, and they have difficulty recognizing in themselves. So we want to teach emotion understanding and emotion regulation, stop, delay of gratification. The second thing we want to do is teach executive function. By executive function, we mean planning, decision-making, thinking ahead, evaluating what one does before one does it. We want to help 3 and 4-year-old children realize that they're a person in control of themselves and can engage in self-reflection. Maybe the first time in one's life that a child learns that she or he is a self and can talk to oneself and to control oneself and to separate one's mind from one's behavior. Right? Executive function skills. Now, how do we do that? We think that the best approach to do that for a community combines universal approaches, policies, and practices with more individualized policies and practices because of the heterogeneity of children's course of development. So for universal approaches, we mean universal access to high quality childcare and pre-kindergarten experiences, where in these group settings, children learn to stand in line, wait for their turn to go to the bathroom, defer, raise one hand before one answers. Also, where they can be exposed to curricula-based approaches that have been supported empirically through rigorous evaluations. We can do this with teacher training and providing those curricula and structured opportunities for children in these group settings to practice self-regulation skills. And we have named programs that have been evaluated: Tools of the Mind, Incredible Years program, Preschool Paths, Ready, Chicago School Readiness Project are just some of the numerous curricular-based approaches that have been supported. So in a universal way, we want all children to be exposed to high-quality childcare, pre-kindergarten, these group experiences. They can be accomplished at home, but it's very challenging for a mother and a father to scaffold this in their 3 and 4-year-old children. And so childcare, which is the predominant means of caring for children at this age, we need to enhance the quality of that. In North Carolina, we have efforts like Smart Start and NC Pre-K that offer these kinds of opportunities. By individualized approaches, what do we mean? We mean recognizing that children are at different stages of development and one size won't fit all, one curricula won't do it all. And so we want to screen for self-regulation difficulties, identify those children are struggling and identify the ways in which they're struggling so we can target interventions to children who have particular difficulties in self-regulation. The Chicago School Readiness Project does this. The Incredible Years Project does this. There are ways to screen. Specifically with regard to the Get Ready Guilford initiative, it makes sense to propose both universal and individualized approaches in a coordinated way. Universally, policy supports for supporting universal pre-kindergarten, teacher training, curricula, Now, it's going to be way too expensive for GRGI to pay for all of those, right? Even if it's paying for one child in NC Pre-K, we have 6,000 children a year born in Guilford County. That's going to be way too expensive. But we can support those policies that bring those resources, and we can support access for all families to get into those programs, so there are no biases in who gets in and who doesn't get in, which is unfortunately currently the case. Then the second part, on the individualized, we could support universal screening through our navigation system to identify those children of particular need, and then to provide access for them for individualized evidence-based programs, such as the ones we've described.
Great, thank you so much. We appreciate both the paper that you've written to inform the design team's work, as well as your time here in this interview to give us your thoughts and advice. We greatly appreciate your expertise and your investment in Guilford County.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.